You say you've forgiven. You told yourself you let it go. You raised your hands in worship and even prayed for the person who hurt you. But if you're honest, the wound still bleeds when you're alone. The memory still stings when you're quiet. And the truth, you're still holding it. We've been taught to say, I forgive, but no one told us what to do when the pain, dose, and tea disappear. No one warned us that forgiveness is not a one-time sentence spoken out loud, but a journey walked with trembling feet. A battle of the soul. Some people live for years thinking they've forgiven someone, when all they've done is bury the pain under religious language. They quote verses, they smile in public, but deep down, there's a silent war happening inside. Resentment dressed in spiritual clothing, and the enemy thrives in that silence. Unforgiveness doesn't always scream. Sometimes it sits in the back of your heart like a shadow. It shows up in how you speak about others, in how quickly you shut people out, in how you assume everyone will hurt you eventually. And that's why Jesus didn't just say, forgive. He said, forgive from your heart, not from your mouth, not from appearance, from the deepest, most wounded, hidden part of you. Peter once asked Jesus a question that many of us still ask. How many times should I forgive? 7 times. And Jesus looked at him and said, no, Peter, 70 times 7. Not because the offender deserves it, but because your freedom depends on it. Forgiveness is not excusing what happened. It's not pretending it didn't hurt. It's not saying, it's okay, when it clearly wasn't. Forgiveness is staring at the pain full in the face and saying, you won't control me anymore. I refuse to be a prisoner to what you did. Let's talk about Joseph. Betrayed by his own brothers, sold as a slave, abandoned, forgotten, falsely accused, years of injustice. And yet, when he saw the very brothers who destroyed his life, he wept, he embraced them, and he said, what you meant for evil, God meant for good. That wasn't weakness. That was the strength of a heart fully surrendered to the sovereignty of God. Joseph didn't minimize the pain. He saw the hand of God even in his betrayal. And that's the secret. True forgiveness is born when we stop looking at what they did to us and start seeing what God is doing in us. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. It eats you from the inside. It locks you in a cell and hands the key to your past. And here's the hard truth. God can heal what you pretend. Isn't broken. Jesus told the parable of the unforgiving servant, a man forgiven of a massive debt, who refused to forgive someone else for a much smaller one. The message is clear. Forgiven people must become forgiving people. Because to receive the mercy of God and withhold it from others is spiritual hypocrisy. So why is it so hard? Because forgiveness costs something. It costs your right to be bitter, your right to seek revenge, your right to be the victim forever. But the price of not forgiving is even higher. Your peace, your joy, your intimacy with God. Ephesians 4:31-32 says, get rid of all forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you. That's the standard. Not forgiveness based on how bad the offense was, but forgiveness based on how deeply you were forgiven. You see, at the cross, Jesus didn't wait for your apology. He forgave you while you were still sinning. He didn't say, I'll forgive you when you deserve it. He said, Father, forgive them, while they nailed him to a tree. That's the kind of forgiveness he calls us to. And I know you've been hurt deeply, maybe by someone who never said sorry, maybe by someone who's still pretending nothing happened. But friend, hear me. Forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. It's about breaking the chain. It's about choosing healing over hate. So today, I want to challenge you. Is there someone you've forgiven, but their name still triggers rage inside you? Is there a memory you keep replaying because part of you feels justified in your pain? Let it go, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. You're not weak for still feeling pain. You're not fake because the wound still aches. Forgiveness doesn't erase the scar. It just removes the poison. It lets the healing begin. And if you don't feel ready, tell God that He can handle your honesty. He's not asking you to forget. He's asking you to trust Him with the justice while you choose the freedom. Don't carry what Christ already died to set you free from. Don't make your heart a graveyard for offenses that Jesus already paid for. He is a healer of hearts, a lifter of burdens, a restorer of souls. And the moment you say, God, I can't do this alone, His Spirit will meet you in your weakness and give you grace to release what's been rotting inside for too long. You were not created to be a prisoner to the pain. You were created to walk in the power of the cross. If this word is piercing something in you, don't ignore it. God is calling you to higher ground, to a freedom deeper than your pride, stronger than your anger, and more healing than revenge could ever bring. Let Him do the surgery. Let Him clean what religion only covered. Let Him set you free. If this message spoke to your heart, comment amen below and share it with someone who needs this truth today.